We run, we win. Hello guys. Today we're going to talk about masturbation. And I'm going to really tell you about it. And this is why you don't need to be teaching kids to do it, okay? We're going to go ahead and talk about it. It's not okay. First of all, anyways, not everybody does anyway. So that's a lie. So this is for all you teachers out there who are promoting this. One, it opens the door for addiction. A 12-year-old, 10-year-old kid playing with themselves, having an orgasm, that's not funny. Because the amount of energy, I mean, if you do research, I mean, people may have done it in the past or whatever, but you do research, obviously, it's a wonderful feeling. And a little 12 or 13-year-old, these little boys do not know what to do with that feeling, nor the girls or stuff like that. You teach them to get something like that, and it opens up the door for addiction. Why? Because they like the feeling of it. They can even use it as an addiction to start doing stuff, like they're having a bad day, they're feeling bad, so what do? They use that to feel good. There's a quick, fast way to feel good. But like any other addiction of drugs, alcohol, or whatever, it gets you the high and then it just drops you back down to regular reality. It opens the door for addiction. Hey, if your little kid is on his little schedule every 4 days or something, every other day, and he's constantly doing it, that means he's built it into his schedule, and it can turn into an addiction. Because imagine the child, he has schoolwork, he has stuff he's got to do, and then the next thing you know, he's like one night, or if he's traveling with family, he's like now he can't do it because he does it every night or every other night, and now he's on a school trip, and so now he's thinking he's got to satisfy this thing. It's turned into an addiction because he's doing it every night or every other night. Parents, teachers, I don't think a 12-year-old kid, the idea, stop and think about it, masturbating every single night, that's not cool. Never was cool, never will be cool. Next, it opens up the door to general addiction, sexual addiction. When the kid turns 18, 21, what's he gonna do? He's gonna get tired of playing with himself, and he's gonna want to start having sex with other girls and stuff like that. So what's that mean? Now you got someone who's addicted to sex already. Now they're going to start having sex with other people. And I've seen people who are in their 20s, 30s, whatever. They'll go to the bar, pick up somebody, whether they're pretty or not, have sex with the person, boom. And I mean, it's not even pleasurable, it's not fun, it's turned to addiction. They have to satisfy it. It's called self-control. Next thing, you even open up the door. I read something online. What you do to make you feel good or whatever. They suggested pornography. How to masturbate. Teaching the kids it's perfectly natural, it's normal. No, not everybody plays with themselves. It's not perfectly natural and normal, and it's bad business. Because now the child's been opened up the door to pornography. Because they actually suggested it too. So now you got this child thinking about pornography, and now you've exposed this 10 or 12-year-old to pornography, and now he's obsessed with lust and all this sin, which opens the door to all types of pornography. Because if you see two girls kissing, what's that? That's homosexual activity, which has now opened up the kid to that. And if the kid's masturbating to that, then that means he thinks it's okay, which opens the door to bisexuality, homosexuality. It's bad business. It opens the door, and it's not good because they pretend they're controlling it. But when it becomes a natural addiction, and the kid has to do it, you're teaching the child to follow their body. They're not in charge. Don't pretend. It opens the door for children out of wedlock. Oh, yes, that's true. People, you don't want little Johnny to start having sex with girls and stuff, and then the next thing, oh, we'll be together forever. Everyone keeps lying and stuff like that. Or he's just like I've heard of people who went to the bar, had sex with somebody, or they were dating someone, and the girl wanted to have a kid. So now the girl has a kid, or the girl decides not to have an abortion, which is bad anyway. But so now the kid's out of wedlock. What are children out of wedlock? Children are not born in a stable, family, heterosexual home. Period. No dad, no mom, or one or the other. Or say they'll end up what's bad for a child out of wedlock? One, they could be an orphan, never know their parents. God bless them to get adopted by a good family. One, they could be with their mom, never know their dad. Come on. Father's Day rolls around, and they really aren't with their biological father. Same thing with Mother's Day. It's not funny. These children are real people. And you teach a child they can masturbate, have sex, and everything's fine as long as you do safe. If that were the case, we wouldn't have an abortion problem in the United States, if that was the case, and we wouldn't have children addicted to masturbation, and we wouldn't have any single parent issue. Single parent would not be a major issue for anyone to ask about. And it's bad business. And plus, child support. I've seen people who are not married, in their 20s or 30s, and they got like 2 or 3 kids that they are paying child support to. Somebody else, their money's going into somebody else's house. Come on, all because they weren't taught to use abstinence. The problem, you know, come on, imagine teachers, yeah, let's do this, we want to, it's okay, kids, as long as you practice it. If it really was okay, we wouldn't have all these children out of wedlock. If safe sex was really being practiced by everybody, we wouldn't be having this issue, would we? Would we be having this kind of conversation about children out of wedlock? No. And then plus you got all that stuff. In addition to that, if a kid is used to masturbating and we're having sex every other day, what happens when they get married and their wife goes on a 2-week trip? Or their spouse goes on a 2-week trip? Well, if they're used to masturbating and they're used to just having sex with anybody they want to, that's where adultery and fornication, adultery comes out of it. Because they were taught that, you know, they already trained themselves to live, to do what their body says. Body says it's time to have sex, so they're going to go off and have sex. That's why it's not good. It opens the door for problems too. Even imagine the kid. He's 17, now he's got a kid. He's got to drop out of high school. He can't finish college because now he's got to get ready to join the military or something so he can pay for this child because he was taught sex is okay. As long if you love someone, you can have sex. It's whatever. Masturbation's okay and stuff like that. Final thing, it promotes all types of sexual immorality. Listen, masturbation opens up the door to all types of sexual immorality. Homosexual immorality, all homosexual activities immorality. Heterosexual immorality, come on. Homosexual is someone who engages in both heterosexual and homosexual. That's all bisexuality is. And then even sexuality with stuff we're not even going to talk about. It opens the door for that. And the problem is that the people who are promoting and pushing your kids to do this, going into your 6th grade child's classroom without your permission and talking to them about masturbation and all sorts of that. Anybody got any questions? They're pushing. The people really behind it are trying to push sexual morality on your kids so your kids can do it. They enjoy taking pleasure knowing that all these little children are having sex. Why? Because they want to do it and they want to promote sexual morality. Look behind who's pushing these things. They're not pushing homosexual activity in your kid because they want your child to be a happy, wholesome person. Go back and really do the research. Who's behind it and what are they trying to do? I remember I was in college and I remember reading something that someone said. And they actually said the purpose behind the whole movement, homosexual activity, was to make it so that society believed it was a requirement for some people to be homosexual. It was no longer just accept them. It wasn't like it's okay. It was a requirement that people, in order for society to be great, you had to have homosexuality in it. They actually said that. That's inside of a college psychology book. They talked about, I remember reading it. Go look it up. It's not a joke. So the people behind it aren't joking. So don't let someone lie and pretend to your kid, hey, you can masturbate, do anything you want to do. It's not true. Come on, kids. Don't listen to those liars. They want to say it's okay. They're not God. They didn't create him. They didn't create your child, and they really don't care about your child because they're not stopping and thinking, is it okay for all these stop and think principles? If you got 300 kids in your class, in your thing, what if 100 of them are having sex with each other? Come on, stop and think. It's not really funny for 2 little kids to be wrapped up having sex with each other. It's not funny. It creates a mental and it creates a physical bond. It creates a mental bond with the kids, and it can cause all sorts of problems and problems because like, the little children just don't know what to do about it because they were taught it was okay, and then now they have all these extra hardships. Can't get to college, can't finish college. Now they're wondering where their kids at, or their kids are growing up wondering why couldn't mommy take care of me? I love mommy, or stuff like that. Or now you got children in different homes with different people, and it's like because it's bad business. You need to be following the King of Heaven. Ask God if you have an issue with it. Just ask the Lord about it and ask Him how to take care of it. Okay, He forgives everybody. So, but the issue is don't let those people teach you that, because they're not after your child's best interest. They're after their own. They want to stand up and say, God, listen, God's the one who created, and God cares about you, and God does not want your little Johnny. He's not supposed to, at 12, he's not supposed to be thinking about pornography. Those women who are promoting lust, yes, those women who are promoting lust, letting men take pictures of them without their clothes on, those websites. Parents, your children should not have access to those websites. There are actually people out there who think pornography is okay. No, it's not. Too many marriages have been destroyed because of pornography. There's no stamp of approval. I haven't seen anything good come out of pornography. It doesn't teach your child anything except lust. It's okay to do it with anybody. You know, it's okay, whatever. As long as you like it, it's fun. It's not even love. In most pornography, when kids are masturbating, they're not even doing it for love. They're doing it for lust. So if they practice sex with lust, what happens? They're not associating lust with real love and concern for the other person that's found in a marriage. And so it's not practice, it's not so you can get better, it's not that at all. So don't listen to those lies. That's it, I love you, thanks for joining me. Stay subscribed, like, comment, subscribe, be blessed, name, living Lord King Jesus Christ. Remember, live, move, be, and it is my exercise channel. I had to do this because I just thought it was important. Because I didn't believe that it was a good idea for people to, I don't think it's a good idea for people to pretend to little children that, oh, look at that, that looks better. I don't think it's good for them to be lying to the children, because I was lied to from years and years ago when I was in elementary school when that trash started. So I love you. Thanks for joining me. And don't masturbate. Not everybody does. Quit fapping. Oh, remember, live, move, be.